Hey everyone, greetings here from Brno in wine country here in the Czech Republic. I want to take a minute and just kind of welcome those people that have just started to watch my videos. If you don't know it now, I am in love with this wine region in Central Europe. I continue to be amazed by the wineries I don't know, by the grapes I am just learning about as a first timer here in Czech. And with over 800 wineries in the region, I feel like every day I'm just checking off boxes of new wineries, new wines, new grape varieties. And I'm continued to be amazed by all of the wines here in this region. And I'm so excited to share my expertise, my experiences, and my thoughts about these wines here with you. So before I get into another winery today that I'm really excited to talk about, never had their wines before, but thanks to a local business here in Brno, I am now their number one fan. So Vindom ENOTECA is a wine shop and wine bar here in Brno. And I got to know the owner's son a few months ago because he has such an amazing selection of wines from New Zealand and Australia that I hadn't seen anywhere else. So, of course, I was curious. And he mentioned that he has this winery, Vinařství Komarov, small family winery in Ivančice, and they're doing a special deal at their Vinoteca. So this Vindom ENOTECA wine bar, of course, their ENOTECA part is closed because of the lockdown, but they just made a new super user-friendly eShop that I have to tell you guys about. So first off, their wine selection is amazing. Like I said, they have Huia Winery from New Zealand. They've got Hope and Elderton from Australia. They have Hunky Dory, also from New Zealand, and Ostatu from Rioja. I mean, these are wines I used to sell back in the US. So, of course, my eyes kind of bolted out of my head when I saw them. But on their eShop, you can buy any of these wines in Brno. There's no minimum. You can buy 1 bottle, 6 bottles, a whole case. You can buy however much you like. Delivery in Brno is only 1 crown. So you can buy 1 bottle of wine from Vindom's eShop and get it delivered to you at your house in Brno, I believe same day, for 1 crown. So this is going to help our lockdown fatigue pretty quickly. I know it's going to help me because I always need more wine in my life. But in addition, they're offering this Vinařství Komarov, this local family-run Moravian winery. They're featuring their wines with seller prices, meaning that they're not taking a markup on these wines. They're selling them just like if you were to go to their the Komarov winery. Vindom is offering the same prices that you would buy at the winery, seller direct. So a really good way to try new wines, to learn about the wine regions, and to explore all of the goodness of South Moravia and the wines at home in a safe place. I know the lockdown will continue the next few weeks, and I think we all need wine to get through this one, especially with the cold weather setting in. So check out Vindom ENOTECA. I'm going to list the website here. Like I said, super user-friendly website. It has all the information you need on every wine, even the medals that they've gotten. It has all of the statistical, technical data for all of you wine geeks out there like me. And yeah, you can always contact them on Instagram and Facebook. They're the son of the owner, David, does speak English. So any questions you have or concerns you have about having a safe contactless delivery, go ahead and reach out to him. Amazing selection of wines. If you need recs on there, hit me up. I'm happy to give you them. But today, I'm so excited to feature a new winery that I've never known about. The winery's been established for over 25 years, family run, and making delicious wines. So to start today, I'm excited to talk about Vinařství Roman Komarov. So founded in 1997, they have just over 7 hectares of land in Ivančice. So Ivančice is a small wine-growing village in the Znojmo subregion. It's kind of located near Dolní Konica and Nové Branice. And I was actually there about a week and a half ago with the VOC director and my friend Lenka. And really tiny wine growing village, but Roman Komarov has been making wine there since the mid-90s. He started as just a hobby winemaker, like many other Czech winemakers today. He actually is a metalworker by trade, so he makes his own stainless steel tanks. I've never known anyone who makes wine to also make their own maturation vessels. So you can go to their website and take a look at some of their photos. But all of the stainless steel tanks he made himself. That is just pure dedication to winemaking and really an craftsmanship and artistry in what he's doing. So talking about his wine today, the first wine I'm really excited about because for me it has a story behind it, and I love that. I love when wines have a story behind them. So getting into the first wine today is a white wine. It's a field blend. This is the Ivančický Korbel. So this is a cuvee of over 40 plus aromatic, delicious white grape varieties grown in Ivančice. So when I say it's a field blend, I literally mean they are picking different clusters from different vines off of the vine and then co-fermenting them or co-pressing them, fermenting them, taking that juice and then maturing the juice in stainless steel. So this is, like I said, over 40 plus grape varieties. The grapes come from his grandfather's vines. So these are old vines. And he's growing grapes like Muscat, Hibernal, Müller-Thurgau, Silvanské zelené, all the different Veltliners, Tramin Červený, all of these different grapes, 40 plus grape varieties are all being harvested and co-pressed and matured and making this beautiful aromatic, juicy white wine. So this wine's considered Polosuché, meaning half dry. So it's got a little bit of residual sugar in there. But what I've come to learn about the Czech Republic is that they love their acidity in wine. So these wines will never be cloyingly sweet, will never be like sticky sweet. They will have this refreshing burst of acidity on the finish, which helps to kind of cleans out all of that sweetness from the residual sugar in the grapes. But this is just an explosion of tropical fruit and exotic Asian fruits and mangoes, and there's hints of lychee in there. So there's some Tramin Červený, I'm assuming, in here, maybe even a little bit of Palava. And there's some Muscat in here, so some purple grape notes to it as well, slightly grapey. But there's this honeyed tone and floral tone. So it's really balancing between all of these exciting, really racy, juicy fruit characteristics and stone fruit and peach and nectarine. Like I said, it's like biting into a piece of fruit, but then you have that burst of acidity on the finish. It's pinching in my cheeks. But really nice mid-palate. It's not oaky. There's no oak seen in this wine. It's matured in stainless steel. The wine does see some extended fine lees maturation. So a little bit more texture into the wine, a little bit more body to it. That little bit of residual sugar really helps to kind of plump the wine out, give it some fleshy texture to it. Really nice peach, nectarine, apricot notes, slightly honeyed as well, kind of like white tea aromatics as well, kind of like a tisane or decaf tea. Sometimes people drink in the early evenings, those herbal teas. It has that kind of sensation on the palate. But just a juicy, refreshing wine. I could totally picture this with some fried spring rolls, some kind of a mild pad thai. If you think of some of those little slightly spicy Asian curries or curry chicken, this would be delicious with it. At 11.5% alcohol, you could drink this wine during the day at breakfast, which a lot of Czechs do now here. And it won't give you a head buzz. It won't make you feel all down and kind of lazy and lethargic. This is really a juicy, refreshing wine, perfect for, some of those comfort kind of spiced Asian foods that I know I love at this time of year when the weather starts to get a little colder. Having some nice spring rolls or some nice pad thai with a wine like this would just be perfect. Kind of an antidote to the lockdown fatigue I think we'll all be facing this upcoming week. But beautiful wine and aromatic and fruity and juicy and plump and available at stellar prices at Vindom. So it does get better than that with delivery for a crown. It's awesome. Getting into the next wine today is Pinot Noir, one of my most beloved red grape varieties. So here in the Czech Republic, Pinot Noir goes by Rulandské Modré. So this is the 2018 Vinařství Roman Komarov Pinot Noir. You can see some stickers on here. So Kral is a wine competition here in the Czech Republic. It means the king of wines. This one's silver. In addition, you can find this wine at the National Wine Salon in Ivančice. This won a gold medal. So it's in the 2020 selection. So once the National Wine Salon opens back up safely, you can go ahead and enjoy the wine there. But if you cannot wait that long, which I totally understand, order it from Vindom. For 1 crown, you get it delivered to your house. Not so bad after all. Getting into a little bit about the Pinot Noir. So the Pinot Noir grape is grown a lot here in South Moravia. I feel like plantings just keep increasing. The grape is fairly difficult to grow. It grows in really tightly packed clusters. And, this past year has been quite rainy. So it'll be really interesting to see the Pinot Noirs coming out in the future. But for me, this is a grape that can do really well here. Similar soil types to Burgundy, very cool climate, long growing season. And the Pinot Noirs that I've tasted have just been incredible. So I'm excited to discover a new winery featuring Pinot Noir. So getting into the Pinot Noir, it has a slightly garnet color, kind of ruby color to it. Again, this is the 2018, so fairly new vintage. This is their current release. And this is just classic Pinot Noir. It's got this raspberry, blackberry notes to it, so slight berry fruit, but not fruit forward. It has much more of this earthy underbrush note to it on the nose. Slight spice notes too. The wine does see maturation in old oak barrels. But it has this slight espresso kind of coffee notes to it. But kind of a black currant as well, black cassis, black cherry notes. Really nice tannin structure. It has these real soft tannins. Acidity's right in the front of the mouth, so not so much on the side, but this little touch of acidity on the front palate. There's notes of kind of red cherry and red apple on there. Raspberry, again, a little bit of that underbrush note, some earthy tones I'm picking up, some mushroom tones. I could just imagine this with like a mushroom casserole, some fresh thyme on there. That or even a nice mushroom risotto, I think would be fantastic with it. But nice cherry notes to it on the finish as well. Kind of a red cherry, black cherry. But the wine, like I said, it's not this fruity, jammy, fruit-forward style. It's much more earthy, much more refined, much more elegant. I've opened this bottle about an hour ago, so I would even consider opening this, maybe 2 hours in advance. I really think it's opened up a bit, but I think it can be even more expressive. Perhaps even decanting would be an option for this. But under 300 crowns, I think this wine is just smoking good. Pinot Noir in South Moravia can really do some magical things. Like I said, the grape is of French grape origin, but grown here in South Moravia, I think it picks up this kind of old world to new world expression. So you get these earthy notes to it, but at the same time, you get this really beautiful cherried forest fruit note on the palate too. So interesting, kind of an old world meets new world Pinot. But really beautiful, earthy aromas. And I'm really taken aback. Beautiful Pinot Noir from Roman Komarov. So hats off. Like I said, you can buy these bottles They also make Svatovážnecké, Neronet, which is his flagship wine. He even makes mead, so honey wine. So if you're looking to try something kind of new around the holidays, that can be a perfect gift or a perfect way to enjoy a nice chilly evening at home. So I hope everyone supports their local businesses, supports the local wineries here in the region. No need to buy wines from other countries when you can buy wine a half hour down south in South Moravia. Beautiful range of wines. If you need recommendations on Vindom's eShop, maybe you're looking for a particular gift or a style of wine, go ahead and message me. I'm always happy to give recommendations and happy to connect the consumers with these local businesses and local wineries that, in times like these, I think they need our support more than ever. So go ahead, check out Vindom's website and their brand new eShop. Like I said, easy to navigate, great prices, seller prices on Komarov wines, and delivery for 1 crown in Brno. So go ahead, check out their eShop, keep drinking great Moravian wine, and I hope everyone has a nice weekend. Ahoy from Brno. Cheers. Ahoy.